Well, my first experiences with Chinook country actually began probably in the mid-90s when I was involved with the destination marketing organization in Medicine Hat. And between Chinook country, Medicine Hat, and the Drumheller group, we got together to form the new tourism destination region. So we did hold meetings throughout the region and got a chance to meet the general manager and some of the board members at that time to work together on that project. So it was interesting because the Medicine Hat group, we were much smaller, as was the Drumheller in that area. We were quite smaller, and always in awe of Chinook country, if you will, because they had so much product, they had so many people, and a great vibe, if you will, strong energy, very looking forward, always trying to do things, you know, and making that happen. And so I ended up moving to Lethbridge in 1996. With Travel Alberta at the time, but of course my relationship with Chinook country was very strong because my office was in their offices, and it just sort of went forward from there.
Well, I guess one of the reasons why I did get involved with Chinook country is it has a huge family history. Not only did my grandfather Sven Eriksson help create Chinook country or be a part of Chinook country and be present, so was my father John Wicker. So you know, when you're brought up in understanding the importance of Chinook country and what it does for this beautiful region, gives you some pride in getting involved. John Wickers and Hugh Craig and Sven Eriksson and Bill Baker and all those old timer guys, you know, pretty much set that example into you that what's not only best for you and is going to be best for your community. So when they were working at Chinook country here and helping it along, one of the key things was not only do you want to be successful in business, but you want everybody around you to be successful too. So it's very important that you all work together, which is why Chinook country was formed.
Well, it was pretty simple. I was invited to come to a marketing meeting, and you've heard me say this before, but there were more people than there were chairs. And I said, this is something to get involved with for where we're going out at the college.
I arrived at Chinook country, but it wasn't called Chinook country in 1976. Do you remember the year? 1976, it was called the Travel and Convention Association of Southern Alberta. And the name change didn't happen until after I left in 81. You changed from Travel and Convention Association of Southern Alberta to Chinook country. So I started in 1976 as the Convention and Special Projects Coordinator, fancy title. And in 1978, I was promoted to the general manager. So from 1978 to 1981, I was general manager of the Travel and Convention Association of Southern Alberta. And I might add that I was the first female general manager.
When Lethbridge had the opportunity, and Chinook country in particular had the opportunity to host Canada's West Marketplace, when you deal with Tourism BC, Canadian Tourism Commission, Travel Alberta, their representatives that are located throughout the world, you know, we brought in hundreds of tour operators to see these areas specifically, again, from all corners of the world, and to see Alberta and British Columbia tour operators coming to Lethbridge for this mass event. Would like to think that through all our great organization and some hard work by a number of people, it was one of the most successful ones that really ever ran. And interestingly enough, at the Canada's West Marketplace in Calgary in 2008, I did run into an operator who still talked about the Lethbridge Canada's West because they thought it was not just the best organized, but the one they had the most fun at.
Very first Travel Alberta conference. Was very good to see Chinook country be represented there by so many great people, and to go to the Ultra Awards dinner that night and having so many people from our region win awards, and you know, Lloyd Kunkel being the ambassador, and you know, those are very special moments when you're there and you know, they finally get recognized for the hard work and dedication that they have to the tourism industry, and not only Southern Alberta but Alberta in general, and you get to see the excitement and them just being so proud, and that happens from being involved with Chinook country, so they actually got recognized for all the work that they did.
Favorite memories is when we grabbed that vacation planner and went for it as ours. Favorite memories would be when we met with the city, and at that point in time we realized, yeah, if we are in this all together, this thing will work well. And I think what we were trying to do was just work with those around us to point out some issues. You can't solve things in a 1 or 2 year term, and it's the momentum of the board and the people that see it that get it done.
One of my favorite things that I really remember about this association was a little project we had. We had this van. It was this old green Chevy van, and we painted it up, you know, welcome, and actually it did say welcome to Chinook Country. It's kind of amazing, eh? And I used to take that van and drive it to different events that occurred throughout the zone. So for example, let's take is it the Chuck Wagon finals in Nanton, is it? Is it Nanton or High River? So here's an example. We take it around to these different places, park this van, and we had it as a mobile information center. We had these little racks all set up, and we had a little table and chairs, and we would set that out, and we had this little mobile information center, and people would come up, and I met all kinds of people from all over. And then I used to drive this this little Chevy van into different campgrounds, and I just arbitrarily stop at someone's campsite and announce that they were the Chinook Country Tourist of the Week. And we'd present them with you know, a package of all sorts of goodies and stuff. I mean, we were doing things back then with coupons and various things, and then we'd put we'd take their picture, and then we'd put it in the all of the surrounding newspapers. And I really enjoyed driving around in that silly little van. I thought that was fun.
What a great milestone. You know, again, Chinook Country started off in the province as the first destination marketing organization to focus on a specific area, and that was Southwest Alberta. I believe the people at the time recognized that we have a lot to offer, but we need to coordinate it so that we can make it really attractive to appealing to people coming to the area.
You know, you just have to be proud of our area, right? And what you see every day. There's not very many places in the world where you're going to get the picturesque things that you have here in southwestern Alberta and the type of attractions you have. It's so unique. And over the years, you've expanded and you've brought all these people together, and you've actually helped them market their products and understand how important it is. And you know, usually when people get first into the tourism business or they have an attraction that especially when it's brand new, this is the place that they come because they know this is where they're going to get their best exposure. And you know, you're partnering with so many different great people, which is huge in the tourism industry, the partnerships that you can create.
Well, it probably means I won't be around to see the 80th anniversary, but I'm pretty damn sure Chinook will have a second 40th. This organization has survived everything and will continue.
Oh, I'm just in awe. And then I think, holy man, I'm getting old because I've been around for 30 years of it. I'm going, holy smokes. 40 years, that just shows, I'll tell you what that means to me, really. To me, that shows the validity. That shows the hard work, it shows the tenacity, it shows the belief in what this association is all about. And I know I've said to you, and I've said to many other people, if there wasn't a Chinook, you know, if Chinook Country Tourist Association just left today, someone would rise out of the ashes, because we need the Chinook Country Tourist Associations of the world.